Dear Father. Starring John Forsythe.
Once upon a time, about 4 weeks ago, I was a bachelor without a care in the world, free to pursue any mood or fancy. And this was one of the most attractive fancies I'd ever met. And then a 13-year-old niece entered my life. And these candlelit evenings still continued, but certain subtle changes took place. This was my houseboy's day off, and after all, Kelly needed fresh blue jeans to wear in the morning.
Hi, everybody! Hello, come on in!
What team do now?
They just scored a touchdown.
Oh, I thought I'd cheering swimming team.
Here, you're not watching. All right, nice and loud. B-E-V-E-R-L-Y! 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 Yay, team!
Yay, team!
Your team out there fighting, and you call out a cheer.
This fella in raccoon coat not even open his mouth. Why not you cheer? I think he's cheering other side. Game call, rooting section gotta make dinner now.
Oh, Peter, please, just one more. Sis, boom, ba! Rah, rah, rah!
Lamb stew burning! Ha, ha, ha! Funny joke. No sense of humor. I make dinner, you make your room.
I gotta call Nancy.
You better fix room before Uncle Benny get home. Always big mess. Every night he tell you.
I'll do it tomorrow, Peter.
Niece Kelly, you said that yesterday. Today, tomorrow already. Tomorrow, today be yesterday. You clean up mess. I figure out what day it is. Bola, 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 bola.
Well, how'd the Rose Bowl game come out?
Sis boom bow, rah, rah, rah.
Our dinner is burning. Ha, ha, ha.
You steal my joke.
Kelly home?
In her room.
Oh, Peter, she clean it up today?
Mm-hmm.
Didn't clean it up, huh?
Mr. Gregg, you try not to lose your temper.
Peter, as a lawyer, I am trained to deal with facts, not emotions. Temper is a word that isn't even in my vocabulary.
Excuse, when you see Niece Kelly, you try not blow top.
That's different. I'll try not to blow my top.
Come in.
Kelly, where are you?
Right here, Uncle Bentley.
Don't move, don't move. Stay where you are. I'll get to you somehow.
Oh, Uncle Bentley. I'm trying to figure out which of these poses I should frame. I'm decorating my room.
I can see that. Now, there's a neat pile. All you have to do is jump in and you're half dressed. Holy smoke, that pile walks.
Jasper, I've told you not to come in here and walk all over my clothes.
That's right, Jasper. Next time you come in here, you walk on the ceiling.
I started to clean the room last night, but Nancy was on the phone with her aunt for 2 hours.
Well, how did Nancy's aunt keep you from cleaning your room?
Well, I couldn't call Nancy if her line was busy, could I?
Well, 2 hours? Why didn't you just walk across the street to her house?
Well, if I walked across the street, I couldn't get my room cleaned.
Kelly, what I've been trying to tell you for the past few weeks is that we all have responsibilities around this house. Now, yours is to keep this room clean. Now, your closet always looks like a rummage set. Where are your clothes?
At Nancy's. We're always borrowing things from each other.
Where are Nancy's clothes?
At Helen's.
Well, until you can borrow some clothes from Susan, will you hang up some of these things on the floor? Now, you've got a closet, and you got plenty of drawer space.
I borrowed those things from Susan.
This place is a pig pen. Now, I want you to clean this room up, and I want it kept clean, and I want it clean all the time. Do you hear? The next time I come in here, I want to see this room clean and no excuses.
I finished the wallet I was making for you at school today.
I want this room kept clean. Do you hear?
Dinner soon ready. Mr. Gregg, did you have a nice talk with niece Kelly?
She made me a wallet, and I yelled at her.
Very nice. Last week she made ceramic ashtray. Week before, mosaic painting. Room still messy.
Will stipulate to a continuance of 10 days pending notification to the aforementioned witness. She made me a wallet.
I know. And you yelled at her. Oh, I wouldn't carry around a sense of guilt, Mr. Gregg. Children recover fast.
Yes, but every time I start to discuss this problem with her rationally, I end up yelling. And last week, she made me a ceramic ashtray.
If your voice holds out, she'll furnish the entire house for you.
There she was, offering me her love, and there I was, screaming.
Well, Kelly is practicing to be a cheerleader. Maybe she just likes to hear people scream.
She's such an intelligent child. I don't understand why I can't reach her on this one subject.
You know, about 2 months ago, my niece Karen just stopped eating. It got so serious, my sister took her to a psychiatrist.
A psychiatrist?
Mm-hmm. The doctor said that all Karen wanted was attention. Was using this as a device.
Say, now that's very interesting. Perhaps Kelly's suffering from some emotional problem that I don't understand.
Well, either that or she just doesn't like to hang up her clothes. I'll find out.
Yes, I owe that to her. Get an appointment for me with that psychiatrist, will you?
Mr. Gregg?
Yes, I'm to see Dr. Ruskin.
I'm Dr. Ruskin.
Dr. Ruskin?
Mr. Gregg. Mr. Gregg. Is something wrong?
Just burnt my elbow on the candle.
Are you under a doctor's care?
I certainly hope so.
Your secretary said something about a niece.
Oh, yes. I'm Kelly's guardian.
How old is the little girl?
13.
How long has she been living with you?
You know, Doctor, I deplore the passing of the old-fashioned family practitioner who could be called any hour of the day or night. Where can I call you in case of emergency?
You're not married, are you, Mr. Gregg?
Are you... You know that in Austria, a female doctor is referred to as Frau Doctor if she's married, and Fraulein if she's...
Mr. Gregg, you came to see a psychiatrist because you obviously have a problem. Now, because I'm not a bearded Viennese specialist, you're behaving as though I'm the third girl from the left on the runway.
I beg your pardon.
I'm Fraulein, Doctor. Tell me the nature of your problem.
Well, Kelly came to live with me about a month ago. She's a cheerful, bright, and intelligent child. And aside from any minor normal adjustments, I'd say we had a pretty good relationship, except for one thing. I have asked her repeatedly to keep her room clean.
And she hasn't done it.
I find whenever I introduce the subject now that it ends with a burst of anger on my part.
Well, it may be that Kelly's behavior relates to a problem that you have. I imagine her arrival has curtailed your social activities.
In a way, weekend tennis, occasional poker games with the boys.
What about female companionship?
Doctor, we were discussing social activities, not the necessities of life. I really don't mind the small sacrifices. You see, I love Kelly.
Oh, I'm sure you do. But her arrival has disturbed your well-ordered bachelor existence. And subconsciously, you probably resent it.
I certainly do not resent it. I do, huh?
When you go home, why don't you tell Kelly once, quietly and firmly, to make up her room? Under no circumstances, lose your temper. I have an idea that'll be very effective. And if that doesn't work, come back and see me again.
Fine. Fraulein Doctor, since it's been established that I haven't given up the necessities of life...
No, I make it a practice never to go out with patients.
Oh, perhaps we can both break a precedent. I've never dated my doctor before. Anyway, I'm not the patient.
That remains to be seen.
Mr. Gray.
What happened to your voice?
Rah, rah, rah. Sis, boom, ba. Peterloo's voice. Ha, ha, ha.
Did Kelly clean up her room? Did she make her bed?
Can't tell. So many things in her room. Couldn't find bed. Time blow, top.
Not this time. Now I know the reason for my anger. It was a deep-seated hostility engendered by the encroachment of an adolescent on my narcissistic existence.
Come in. Hi, Uncle Bentley.
Hi, darling.
Oh, I meant to clean my room today, but Helen's little sister had her tonsils taken out.
Well, how did Helen's little sister's tonsils... Never mind. Sit down, darling. I want to talk to you. Now, I want to say something to you once, and only once. Now, I would like you to clean your room... Oh, hi, Jasper. I'd like you to clean up your room and keep it clean. Now, Kelly, you're an intelligent girl, and I know you understand the importance of neatness. Hmm? See you at dinner.
I think I understand, Uncle Bentley. But I don't have too much room to put things in.
Kelly, it is true that your bureau drawers are filled, but you do have an empty closet.
Nancy returned all the things she borrowed.
I think I know what happened. You went home, and in a calm, dispassionate voice began to talk to Kelly. And something triggered your anger, and for no apparent reason, you exploded.
And did you see the wallet?
It's lovely. It's lovely. And Mr. Gregg, remember, I'm here to help you. I'm here to help you, Mr. Gregg. Mr. Gregg? The strangest feeling, I keep losing you. Your self-punishment's unnecessary. Anger's an honest emotion. Intellectually, you reject punishment, and very often it's the only answer. Mr. Gregg, you're a sensitive man. But like most parents, you've been caught on the horns of a modern dilemma. Now, don't worry. Go on back to the office.
When can I see you again?
Oh, let's see. I have an hour free Saturday morning between 9 and 10.
How about Saturday night between 9 and 4?
You're a remarkable man. In the depths of despair and still punching.
Man's got to go on living. I'm depressed but eager.
Mr. Gregg, you're faced with an emotional problem. If you've resolved it by Saturday, I might consider your invitation.
Wonderful. Wonderful. Of course, I've been trying to solve this problem for weeks, and you've only given me 2 days. All right, Doctor. You keep Saturday night open, because I'm going to make psychological history.
Don't touch those dishes.
Huh?
Not a dish is going to be washed, not a room is going to be cleaned, not a piece of clothing is going to be picked up until Kelly gets the idea.
You ruined my reputation. I'm known as neatest housewife on block.
Here, come on, help me scatter these. What are you doing?
Me very neat scatterer.
Happy New Year.
If housekeeper next door come in here, I'd be laughing stock of supermarket.
Kelly's got to get the message by tomorrow night.
But I have pride, Mr. Gregg.
Peter, it's a case of your pride versus my psychiatrist. He's coming, he's coming.
Hi, Uncle Bentley.
Hi, honey.
Relaxing?
Oh, yeah, just take it easy.
I'm glad. In the past few days, you've been upset about something.
Oh, really? What could it have been?
Well, whatever it was, I'm glad you're feeling better. Excuse me, Uncle Bentley. I have to write some letters. Is this your sports shirt, Uncle Bentley?
Yes.
It's pretty. Why haven't I seen you wear it?
You teach niece Kelly a very good lesson.
Peter, this is only the beginning. We may have lost a battle, but we're going to win the war. Peter, these eggs were just great.
And this peach pie is real yummy.
Me best cook on block. And that's all.
Peter, how about some of your special spaghetti tonight?
We almost out of dishes.
We'll eat it out of ice cream cones.
Let me help you with the dishes, Peter. Oh, okay.
We had her for a minute. 7.5 hours until my deadline. We've got to intensify our campaign.
I got plan. I clean niece Kelly room, she get idea, then I clean rest of house.
No. The break must come from her. She must understand why we're doing this. No matter how long it takes.
I don't know, Nancy. You call me. Huh? Oh, I thought you said something. Huh? I only said I thought you... Well, say something now. I got cheerleading practice this afternoon. Tonight? I guess so, if your mom can bring us. 6 o'clock? Fine. I'll be back by then. You and your mother pick me up here. Okay. Huh? Oh, I thought you said something. Goodbye, Nancy. That was Nancy. I've got to go now, Uncle Bentley. I'll be back at 6. I've got cheerleading practice this afternoon.
Oh, have fun, honey.
Gosh, those dishes are sure piling up. Oh, that reminds me. I haven't written my friend Elaine in Chicago for 3 months.
She did notice the dishes. I think she's beginning to crack.
You better crack fast or man from Board of Health condemn house. I ruined. Completely ruined.
Well, you can always move to a small town, change your name, and start life all over again.
Man, this Sidney Dump thing I off-rocker. I tell him, I here to pick up your rubbish.
That's my motto. Help keep the city dump clean.
Suppose niece Kelly think this very charming.
Well, then we'll have to blow up the house and start all over again.
I'm late. Uncle Bentley, what happened to this room? And to you?
Oh, just a few tires from an old sports car, of which I was very fond. Which one do you think would look better over the fireplace?
And what happened to you, Peter?
Call me Clarence. Just moved to small town and changed name.
Uncle Bentley, I've been thinking. Could this be
They come. Board of Health.
Uncle Bentley, this is Mrs. Hartman, Nancy's mother. I'm going to the movies with them.
How do, Miss Hartman? We met at the PTA meeting.
How do you do, Mr. Gregg? Kelly's always talking about you.
I'd like to introduce my houseboy, Clarence.
Great pleasure, Mrs. Hartman.
Hi, Jasper. Big clown. Loves to dress up for company. Won't you sit down? I belong to the lodge. Can I clear a space for you? The living room is a little rumpled. Oh, the telephone. Clarence, you look for it over there. I'll look for it around here. It must be someplace. We'll find it.
I'll get it in your room, Uncle Bentley.
Mother, would you like to see the rest of the house? They have a darling kitchen.
Nancy, will you go in with Kelly for a few minutes? Mr. Gregg, I respect a man's right to live in any manner he wishes, but I think it's uncivilized and criminal to raise a 13-year-old child in this environment, and I think it should be reported.
Mrs. Hartman, believe me, in spite of the overwhelming evidence, there are extenuating circumstances.
Well, I can't understand what circumstances could possibly excuse living under such deplorable conditions, and I'm not very happy about Nancy being so close to it.
I'm sorry, Mrs. Hartman. I can't go with you to the movies tonight.
Why, Kelly?
I'm going to stay home and clean the house.
Well, that's very sweet of you, dear. But I can't understand why you have to clean this
Big sty?
mess.
Thank you.
It's all my fault. Uncle Bentley's been trying for weeks to get me to clean my room. This was to show me what the house would look like if everyone kept their room the way I do. So you see, I can't go to the movies.
Honey, it was a tough fight, but well, now that you know why don't you and Nancy and Mrs. Hartman go on to the movies? Clarence and I will clean up around here.
No more Clarence. Soon again be Peter, pride of the supermarket.
Thank you, Uncle Bentley. But if Mrs. Hartman doesn't mind waiting, I want to clean my room first.
I'll help you.
Oh, Mr. Gregg, I can't tell you how sorry I am.
Perfectly understandable. I was within seconds of breaking down and telling you.
And to think that for years I've been screaming at Nancy to clean up her room. And here you've achieved it with Kelly in a few weeks, intelligently and without anger. It's amazing.
Well, I'm relatively new at this parent business, but...
The wonderful thing is that Kelly's doing it because you made her understand why. I wish I had your knowledge of child psychology.
Let me tell you the way I handled it. Instinctively, I sensed that anger was the wrong approach. You see, Mrs. Hartman, most parents these days... How did it happen that a beautiful girl like you chose the medical profession as a career, Barbara?
Well, how does it happen that a handsome man like you chose law as a profession?
Don't spar with me, Doc.
Oh, I suppose I decided when I was very young. My mind developed faster than the rest of me.
Well, since then, the rest of you's caught up.
I have a feeling I should have brought my desk along.
You know, I shudder to think how close I came to missing the deadline for our date tonight.
How did you manage to make it?
I was brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. It was nip and tuck. There I was in the middle of the city dump with Mrs. Hartman. And who was going to break first, Kelly or me? What was extraordinary? Absolutely extraordinary. She went into the other room for a minute.
To answer the phone.
Yes, to answer the phone. And when she came back, she had a grasp of the entire